Handling stressors, backache, heavy head, shoulder pain, headache, body pains, anxiousness, tiredness, poor appetite or too much appetite, forgetfulness. All these may all be signs of our body telling us to slow down, and they can all result to excessive stress. Excessive stress can manifest in different patterns and can be dangerous for both our physical and mental health. But then when people think of stress, they think of it as doing hard work, hard labor, strenuous work. Stress is more than that. Stress can come from different things, from quarrel with a partner to, quarrel with a friend, or to financial issues, to disappointment, fear, anger, health concerns, losing a loved one, pressure from work or pressure from different areas, and several other things. Stress is bad for the brain. It is really bad when it is too much, because it doesn't only lead to mental health concerns like anxiety and depression, but it can also lead to high blood pressure, diabetes, and other health issues, physical health issues. Stress can also come from trauma from past experiences. But then, how can we manage stress so that we don't end up having all these issues? The first thing we must do is to identify our triggers. Identifying our triggers is the first way to managing stress. Take a moment to reflect on what causes you stress. When do you have all those symptoms? When does it come? Could it be financial issues when you start to think about money, or maybe when you start thinking about your spouse, or maybe work related. When you're able to identify these triggers for stress for you, when that stresses you out, that elevates your stress level, only then can we learn to manage it. So there are so many ways to minimize the stress on the brain. But one way is to learn to relax and slow down. When we experience those symptoms, my dear, my brother, my sister, slow down. Because that's your body telling you, please, take it easy on me. I'm reaching my exhaustive limit. Another thing is to practice relaxation, like, mindfulness, taking a deep breath for some time in and out, breathing exercises, taking a massage occasionally, exercising. Exercise is very, very fantastic for the brain, and it helps to manage and reduce our stress levels. Also, avoiding triggers, like I said earlier. Take for example, there's someone around you that makes you talk or makes you unhappy. Maybe in your workplace, you may decide to avoid that person for a while until you're no longer angered by that person's presence, which will eventually happen if you allow it to. Okay? Another example, you may want to take a break from someone that probably strained or broke your heart, by unfollowing them for a while, instead of spending your whole day viewing their status, updating your status so they can notice you, hoping that the person will come to realization with you and come and apologize. My dear, some people may never do. Instead, when you approach them to talk to them, they worsen your situation. That, anger and that pain, you need to take some time out and get yourself first before you're able to approach that person or get in contact with the person, so you don't end up demoralizing yourself more than you met that person. It's good to confront, but then you must be ready for the outcome. And don't forget, it can go either way. It's either the person is coming to say, oh, I'm sorry, or I'm not sorry. So you have to be ready psychologically for what might come with it. I'm not saying you shouldn't confront, but I'm saying that if you're so angered and you're not yet yourself, and you're in that point of disappointment where you feel so low, please take out time to take care of yourself first before starting to look for attention, so that in case you don't get that attention, you don't feel bad about it. While you take out time to take care of yourself, you can try to forgive the person. Forgiveness is a process. It's not something you just rush, or you want the person to know that you're forgiving the person. You take your time to heal from it and, process the feeling. Okay, with time it will go. When you get to that place where the person or the situation doesn't trigger so much anger and rage in you, then that's a good time to decide to approach the person or the situation. We must also remember to take the lessons and take responsibilities for our actions, so that next time we're able to make necessary, changes and avoid unnecessary mistakes. Avoiding negative thought patterns is very important to managing stress. Learning to alter the negative thoughts and replace them with positive thoughts, because these are things that can promote stress in us. So when that negative thought comes, like you can never make it, or you can never get this job, this thing is too much for you, you can learn to replace it and say, no, I'll try, I'll keep trying, and I'm sure one day I'll get it. Remember, little drops of water makes a mighty ocean. Lastly, don't underestimate the importance of social support. Talking to friends, coach, family. Some of us have coaches, or therapists that can provide that comfort that we need at that low time of ours. Sometimes just having someone, listen can alleviate a lot of stress in us. I hope we learned something new today. Let's practice keeping ourselves mentally and emotionally healthy. Thank you.